Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what statement does your style make. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from with 3 different tarot decks. So for pile number 1, we have this Goldstone crystal. And we have the Queen of Pentacles from the Muse Tarot. And for pile 2, we have blue lace agate. And we have Temperance from the Crystal Magic Tarot. And for pile 3, we have Tiger's Eye. With the Page of Pentacles from the Light Seers Tarot. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this Goldstone crystal and the Queen of Pentacles from the Muse Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what statement does your style make. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Also, before I get started with your reading, I'd just like to announce I am taking a limited amount of personal readings. So if you'd like to book for February, you can find my email in the description box below. So the card you chose is the Queen of Pentacles. This is what it looks like. For some reason, I'm seeing Sabrina Carpenter's face, like, as soon as I tap into your reading. And what I do know, I don't really know her that well or listen to her music that much, but what I do know is I've seen certain videos where she has established her own unique style lately. So, when we see certain celebrities, most of the time when they're about to become famous, they have their own unique style that people remember them for. And when I saw her face, I was seeing, the different kind of style she has, where it's very unique to her. So there's something here about you having a style that is very unique to you. I don't know if some of you dress similar to her, but it doesn't have to be. But I think the message here is maybe having that unique style that is you. No one else has a style like you. No one else has your ideas, your creativity. So there's something about the essence of you going into your style, going into your fashion, and people do notice that, and it's very unique. And it captures people's eyes is what I want to say. It captures people's attention. So people see you as very unique within your fashion style, and it's very you. And because of that, it makes you stand out. I mean, you chose the Goldstone crystal, which has like shiny shimmers all over it. So I feel like the way people would describe your style is that it stands out in some way. It captures people's attention. It has that vibe of like, look at me, but you don't have to scream, look at me. I love that for you, pile 1. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So spirit guides of pile 1, what statement does their style make? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Materials, Nine of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Muse, which is the Hanged Man. We have the World Cosmos. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Chariot. What statement does their style make? We have the Nine of Wands. Interesting. And the Two of Cups. The reason I say interesting is because when I was doing the intro, I was using this card, but then I instead used this card because I shuffled some cards and like these two came out. Then I decided with this one. So it's interesting that it came out again. Very, very cool. And we have the High Priestess, one more card, and the Devil. I like that. Okay, we'll look at your oracle cards towards the end. At the back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. But before we get into that, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted and you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can put out and create for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your love, all your support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your reading. So what statement does your style make? So since we saw Sabrina Carpenter as like a vision, I definitely feel as though the statement that you make from your fashion style screams uniqueness, creativity, you know, your own creative ideas, and I don't know, like I'm hearing creative mojo. I don't know if that's even a word, but like your own creative style goes into, you know, your fashion, and that creates a statement of you being unique, like a very unique person and creative, and like that type of trendsetter energy too is what I'm picking up from this pile. People may also think from your fashion style, you know, it makes a statement that you're classy, bougie with the Queen of Pentacles. We have so many Pentacles cards, so you know, the statement you make from your fashion may make you look more expensive or luxurious in some way. And you know, people may get that impression from you that you have money. And I'm not just saying that, I mean, you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, a person that has made it in their finances. We have the Nine of Pentacles indicating financial independence and prosperity and freedom and blessings. The Ten of Pentacles, like how can I make this up? Do you get what I mean? So maybe there's something about your fashion style that gives all the statement of bougie, luxurious, like classy, elegant. Even if you don't have money, but there's something about your fashion style that looks expensive, that looks luxurious on you, where people may actually assume that you have money. Maybe it's even the jewelry you wear, like very shiny, or maybe you wear clothes that make you stand out in some way, like you get all dressed up. I feel like this pile is not afraid to get overdressed, not afraid to be extra, not afraid to stand out in some way. And I do feel a sort of sassy energy in this pile. And, you know, as I'm talking to you, I feel very comfortable around you. Like, I feel like I'm talking to a friend. So there's something about your fashion style that makes a statement that, you know, like you're very friendly. People feel comfortable around you. People feel like they can be your friend and talk to you. And there is no judgmental vibe. So maybe you are a little bit more creative and like free-spirited in the way that you look with your style for some of you, or you just give off that vibe energetically where people feel as though there is no judgment, you know, they can just be themselves in front of you. And maybe it has to do with you being so authentic to you, so other people feel as though they can be authentic around you. So your fashion style creates a statement of, I am authentic, I am me, I'm unique. I love that. But also, like, I'm not afraid to stand out. I'm not afraid to look good. I'm not afraid, like, to let people stop and stare at me. That is, like, the statement your fashion style gives off. Definitely. And I also feel like people like, you know, when you do stand out. I'm clairvoyantly seeing someone walk out in public, and either they realize or they don't realize, but people are walking past them and they're staring at their outfit and they're like, ooh, I wonder where they got that from. So your statement that you make from your style says inspiring, trendsetter. That's what I'm getting here. Because, like, I'm even looking at her shoes here and I'm almost feeling like, oh my gosh, where did she get that? I want to buy that. So you give off that statement. There's also something about you being quite photogenic, my pal ones. Like whenever you take photos and post them on social media, if you do ever post, there's something about people really liking your style and really staring at it and wondering where you got the items of clothing you're wearing, especially shoes and, the clothes you wear. But if you do post on social media, I feel like some of you are more private, like where you only post once in a while. And when you do post, it's a really good photo. Whereas some of you are more sporadic, but I feel like most of you are a little bit more private. And like when you do post, it's something good, it's something people want to look at. The statement your style makes says growth, because I feel like you are someone that is comfortable with changing it up once in a while based on where you're at in your journey. Does that make sense? So I can give an example. Like, I'm sure those that watch my channel regularly will like see this. But like, remember that time where I had like really red nails? That was a time in my life where I was like trying to become more confident, in myself. So I was wearing more of that, whereas sometimes like I'll wear like now pink because of Valentine's Day coming up soon and I want to exude that romantic vibe. So those are just examples of the energy like in my in my understanding of it. So maybe you are someone that kind of dresses up in a way based on where you're at in your journey. Or you could give off a certain vibe from the clothes you wear with the High Priestess here, where people think you're a certain way based off the vibe of the clothes you're wearing, based off the style. So let's say someone here dresses up all nice and they go all fancy and they're going to a nice restaurant. And because that vibe of that style exudes that energy, people may start to think that they are like that. Or I'm seeing someone, for example, dress in very girly clothes or like an island girl aesthetic, as an example. These examples don't have to resonate because I know everyone here has a different style, but then maybe people start thinking that this person is really girly or that this person spends their days at the beach because of the vibe it exudes. Do you get what I mean? So there's something here about your style exuding a certain vibe based off what you wear. And I feel like you are the pile that switches it up once in a while. So then people start to think you are like that based off the vibe it gives off. The statement your fashion style makes is, I'm confident, I know my worth. Like, I'm free of all judgment towards self, free of all criticism towards self. I express myself. So it screams confidence in self, but also a sense of humbleness with the Queen of Pentacles, where you still look like a very down-to-earth person. You still look like a very friendly and approachable person, I want to say. But I'm hearing the word glamorous, so people think there is a certain glamour when it comes to you, where they feel very intrigued by you. Your aura and your vibe from your fashion style may also exude a vibe of mystery. With the Hanged Muse, I'm kind of getting the impression based off what I said before, like, okay, let's say you only post once in a while, or let's say let's say you're more focused on certain things within your own life and then you go out once in a while with your friends or something along those lines, because I feel like you're a very busy person based off the impressions people get from you, where it looks like you're very focused on you and what you have to do. Like maybe you're working a lot here with this Chariot card where she's in work attire, like business formal clothes. Maybe people think that you're very busy all the time because of that luxurious, glamorous quality you give off. Like, that's the kind of vibe I get from you, like very focused on you and what you have to do. But then when it comes to expressing yourself, There's something about people waiting to see what you're going to wear next. So like how I said with posting once in a while, if you're someone that only posts once in a while, it's like people actually physically wait to see what you're going to wear next the next time you post, because you seem to always go all out in whatever you're wearing. Even if you are more simple and elegant, it's still, you still have this vibe to you that makes you stand out within your style. So there's something here about people watching and waiting to see what you're going to do next, waiting to see what creative idea you have next. And, you know, this tells me that people actually notice what you're wearing, actually think about it, actually like wait for you to post something next. Or let's say you're going to an event, people will wait, or your friends will wait to see, oh my gosh, I wonder what pal number one's gonna wear next. It kind of gives me that vibe, you know, when celebrities are going to Coachella or something like that, and everyone's like, oh, I wonder what this celebrity is gonna wear. You give me off that vibe, okay? And there's something here about your fashion style making a statement that people watch, that people notice, and people also find inspiration from it. It gives off the statement of you being a very expressive person, of you being a very creative person. And with the Nine of Wands, I'm kind of getting here like maybe you don't mind a challenge when it comes to your style. Your statement of fashion gives off that vibe, like, I don't mind a challenge. What do I mean by this? So, Spirit is showing me trust the process. You know, when you watch certain fashion videos and you're like, oh, is that gonna look nice? Because they're putting maybe two different items that wouldn't normally match, but then they accessorize or they add different items of clothing that make it work. And then at the end, you're like, oh, trust the process. So maybe you're like that, or maybe you just like a challenge when it comes to your style, where you really, you make off. I'm finding it hard to describe this. Maybe people find it hard to describe your fashion style, but it gives off this vibe of like, I really think about what I'm wearing. I'm really paying attention to detail. I'm really focusing on each aspect of the look, bringing it together with my makeup, with my accessories, with the jewelry I wear, the jacket I wear, whatever like pieces of items you put together. It looks like you're very detail focused. Does that make sense? So people may think that you're someone that's very focused, that's very detail orientated from that. They also think you're very smart. Like you have that logic, but you also have that intuition when it comes to picking out items of clothing. Because I feel here with the High Priestess, as I'm looking into your energy, people may not notice this if they're not spiritual, but as I'm looking to your energy, I notice that you are very smart with great logic. You are very creative with your ideas, but your ideas give me this Neptunian energy of like, I'm pulling ideas from the astral realms and pulling it into my astral body, and then it's coming into my human mind or my third eye, where I have this idea and I'm like, oh, I have to wear this. So there's something here about this uniqueness and your creative ideas having this Neptunian energy where you're able to channel certain ideas. And I don't think it just has to do with your fashion style. It could have to do with your work, you know, certain creative ideas you have outside of fashion too, if you are a creative person. So there's something about that showing up strongly as I look into your energy. So you're giving me that statement. Like I'm intuitive, but I'm also logical, but I'm also creative. So you have the best of three worlds. Love that. And it also gives out this statement that you are a lover at heart with the Two of Cups, because I'm kind of seeing someone smile a lot or someone just give off this very kind energy from, I think that's just your vibe and your energy too, but it could also be your style. Like maybe you're someone that dresses in a more romantic or girly way for some of you. But for others of you, I feel like it has to do with your smile. It has to do with your openness of your body language, just your overall vibe and presence that makes people think you're a lover at heart, that makes people think that you are someone very nurturing and kind, humble, down to earth. And you just want to give love to everyone around you. But I also feel like I'm feeling into the solar plexus energies and the solar plexus healing here. So there's something about you giving off that vibe, like I'm kind and sweet and all those things and romantic, a hopeless romantic. Maybe you romanticize certain areas of your life or certain things that make you happy. I'm even seeing someone read books. So people think you read a lot of books from your fashion style. I love that, or that you're very smart. Anyways, what I was saying here is you do give off that kind energy. But with the Devil, the Nine of Wands, you also give off this vibe from your fashion style and from the energy you exude of like, I'm kind, but don't F with me. I'm kind, but do not disrespect me. Like, you have boundaries. That's what I'm getting here. And I think it has to do with you healing your self-worth, realizing that you deserve the best treatment. You deserve king, queen treatment. Okay, and with the Devil here, there is a spice of sexiness to your fashion style that makes a statement of like, since it's on the outside here, I feel this message of, it's not over the top sexiness, it's still classy and elegant because we have the Queen of Pentacles in the middle, but there is this touch of sexiness to it, touch of spice to your fashion style that makes a statement of like, I'm classy and elegant, but there's this touch, spice of sexiness. I love that. But it's not to say if like you dress more provocative, like it's not to say that you wouldn't resonate with the style, but I've seen on some people they can dress more and like show more skin, but then they still have that kind of energy where they can get away with it and it doesn't look over the top. So some of you could resonate with that. Whereas some of you just dress so sexy and, you don't really care. And then you have people's mouths drop to the floor. Like you have people's jaws dropped in a good way where it's like people are staring and they're like, oh, that person's so sexy. So either way, whatever you resonate with, there is the sexiness in the statement that you make with the Devil here. But also as I look at the Devil, I'm seeing this energy of Rihanna as an example and Alexa Demi as an example where they're so confident in themselves. No one can tell them anything about their look. No one can tell them anything and disrespect them or make them feel bad about themselves because they carry themselves with, I'm trying to find the right word, with this unapologetic confidence and magnetism. And that's what I feel from your style. That's a statement you make. Like, I'm unapologetic. I'm me. Like, you can't tell me anything to make me feel bad about myself. You know what I mean? And it kind of gives out this vibe like you mirror back to people what's inside them. So if someone is judging you for being unique and creative, you kind of have that energy that mirrors it back to them. But I feel energy wise, it's also because your energy is protected, where it bounces back to them. I'm seeing that energetically. And then they start to think, oh, wow, like I'm judging this person, but why am I judging them? Like, I actually, like, then they start to reflect on that. Then they're like, oh, I actually feel jealous of that person because they're so confident in themselves. Or, oh, maybe I'm judging them because I was never allowed to be creative growing up and now like I put that onto others. So something about like that makes people self-reflect. And I'm not saying everyone judges you. It's just like a small amount of people that have jealousy towards you because of your style and because of your expressiveness with the Devil. But it's outside of your energy. So you're protected from it. And it's not a lot of people. I think most people love your fashion style. I think most people admire you from afar and are inspired by you. That's really what I'm getting here. So the statement you make from your fashion style says like, I'm busy all the time, I'm focused on me, but there's also something here about a sense of freedom, you seeming free within yourself, you seeming like you know your worth, like you're unapologetically confident. You know people are staring, but you continue to be you anyway. And most people stare because they're so inspired. I hear that a lot of people, they remember your looks, they remember your style, and then they find inspiration from it. And there's something here, like I'm hearing, I think it's from Lizzie McGuire. I'm not too sure, I could be wrong, where she's like, you're a fashion repeater or something like that. And then she's like, something like, I'm not a fashion repeater, you're a fashion rememberer. I don't know if I'm even saying it right, but something about that is coming through. So with the world cosmos and the Two of Swords, I saw that vision. So I'm kind of getting this vibe as I look at the world and it's turning round and round and round. And the Two of Swords, there's something about mixing and matching certain items of clothing where you can make it look like a new outfit. So let's say you take a skirt and one day you wear it with a top, and then the next day you take that same skirt, but you wear it with a completely different type of style of top and different accessories, different things, and you make it look like a completely new outfit. I'm getting that vibe, like where you can switch it up, where you can mix and match and like switch it up, I want to say. But with the Two of Swords, I think people also think of you as a very good decision maker because of your fashion style. Your style exudes a harmony with each item of clothing you're wearing, I hear from Spirit. And because of that, because of your creativity, because of your attention to detail, people think that you're a really great decision maker. What else am I getting here? And growth. I'm really getting growth. Like you're always growing, you're always... And as you grow as a person, your style also grows and changes. Like you're not one to be stuck in a box. You're meant to express yourself and be free. That's the kind of statement your style makes. So now let's pull some oracle cards to end off. So what statement does pile number 1 style make? We have forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. That's exactly what I was talking about. We have empathetic starseed, energetic sovereignty, and absorbing what's not yours. We have earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature. And we have activated earth, power places, lead lines, trust where you're led. So the statement your fashion style gives off is this type of energy of I trust myself. Like if I have an idea, I trust myself and I make it work in a way. And like I said, with this empathetic starseed, as she's looking into the mirror, I'm kind of getting this vibe next to the High Priestess. It's like you're pulling ideas out of the astral realms, as I said before, out of a different realm. And it's like maybe some of you have that type of energy where you're completely out of this world in some way. You are very ethereal and dreamy in some way. But other than that, I really feel like there's something about you being very intuitive and perceptive and taking ideas out of other realms and bringing it to life into this reality. And it says that you trust yourself, you trust what your intuition tells you, you trust in your ideas and you express them to the world. And that shows through in confidence. That's a statement that it makes. But the statement that it makes too is it makes people look at you and it makes people feel out a certain vibe from your style. And it makes people drawn to you for whatever reason. It makes people want to know more about you. And with activated earth, empathetic starseed, when they're drawn into you and they look at you and they're so inspired by you, if they're coming to you in the right energy, where it's not with any bad intentions towards you or any jealousy towards you or anything like that, if they're coming from a place of love and inspiration, spiritually, I see them almost being activated by you, where certain parts of their creativity can come to the surface. So I'm seeing this in a very spiritual way. I'm not going to explain it for long because we're almost done with time. But basically, short and short, what I'm seeing is when someone gets inspired by us, we activate something within a creative spark within them that allows them to use that creative spark within their own life. So then they kind of not absorb our creative spark, but we spark up the flame within them as they connect to us and our energy and look at us. And then we mirror that creative spark back to them. Your energy definitely mirrors things back to people spiritually. But we're not talking about that in this reading. But here with Forge Don't Follow, be the leader you wish you had. Your statement screams like inspiring, trendsetter, as I said before. You're not following other people. You may take inspiration from certain trends, but I don't feel like you're the type to completely like copy another person's style. Your style shows your uniqueness, shows your authenticity, and shows that you really slow down and think about what it is you're going to wear. Maybe you are someone that really enjoys getting dressed up, and that is the kind of statement it makes. It looks like you are not just doing it to look pretty or to look handsome or whatever. It looks like you're really enjoying the process of, putting on your makeup or getting your hair done or, styling yourself in a way because it shows your self-expression. So that's the kind of statement it makes here. And it also shows that you're a very peaceful person. Something about your style exudes an aura of peacefulness, of you being maybe someone that likes to spend time in nature, of you being someone very empathetic and, kind to others. So we have mystery. So that's confirmation of what we said before. And we have inner knowing. Yes, same message. Same message. And at the back of the deck, we have trust. So definitely you have a lot of confirmations here through your cards. So I think it's funny that I was going to use this other oracle deck and then I couldn't find the other half of the cards. And then I realized it was like here at the bottom of my desk because I have like these shelves in my desk. And there was only half here. So I'm kind of getting with this mystery message. It's like sometimes people want to find you, but they can't find you. So let's say you're someone very private, very mysterious, maybe a little bit more introverted, or you're more so focused on building your own world, even if you're not introverted. You give off that vibe of like mystery because it's like you're busy focusing on you, focusing on what you need to do, on your future. So there's something here about that. When people want to find you, they can't find you. Grateful optimism, joyous view of the future. And then also we have 2 extra cards with innovation, new creations, and healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. So this is basically what I said with the mirroring aspect, the healing part. Like, I think you mirror back to people things energetically from your energy, and it heals them, whether it's perceived as negative or positive. A positive interaction would be someone inspired by you. A negative interaction would be someone being jealous of you, but it heals them either way because it helps them look within. It mirrors them. It mirrors back to something to them. Now I can't speak. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to end this reading here. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this blue lace agate crystal and the Temperance card from the Crystal Magic Tarot, This reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what statement does your style make? So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your reading, I'd just like to announce that I am available for personal readings. So you can find my email address in the description box below. So the card you chose says Temperance and Lapider Light. So I'm already getting a vibe from you, but let me just pull all your cards and see what Spirit has to show us. So I'm going to use tarot cards first, and then at the end we'll get some oracle cards to end off. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2s. Spirit Guides of pile 2. May I please look into what statement does their fashion make? What statement does their style make? We have the King of Pentacles with Paradox. You may have been drawn to pile 1. If you were, that's confirmation. If not, that's okay. We have the Queen of Swords with Black Diamond. We have the Hermit with Blue Chalcedony. Spirit's telling me to put this here. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles with Malachite. And we have the Four of Wands with Dendritic Agate. I find it so interesting that this card came out because, you know, when I do the intro, I shuffle the cards and then I got like 2 or 3 cards that came out. It was Temperance, Four of Wands, and the Moon. And then I decided with the Temperance card, but I think it's interesting that it came out in your reading. And we do have the Queen of Pentacles at the back of the deck. So what statement does their fashion or style make, please, Spirit Guides? Queen of Pentacles with gold. The Six of Swords with Aragonite. Wheel of Fortune with Serpentine. King of Cups with Sugilite. What statement does their style make? The High Priestess with Labradorite. It's so interesting. I'm not going to mention pile 1 again, but pile 1 had the High Priestess on the side as well. Very interesting. Maybe it's just similar. We have the Seven of Pentacles with Sulfur. Okay, and then at the back of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. And I'm noticing the sun is popping out as well as the world and the star. I'll take those cards in a minute. But before we get into that, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted and you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can put out and create for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your love, all your support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your reading. Okay, I just saw 333, and I feel like Spirit is telling me with this Queen of Swords, when you walk into the room, when you post a photo on social media, wherever you go, your fashion and your style speaks for you before you speak, before you even say a word. It gives off its own unique vibe, and it speaks for you. It makes a statement. Yours makes a statement in capital letters, is what I want to say. Like more than the other piles. Like yours makes a statement where people think certain things of you, people get a certain vibe from you and your fashion style and the kind of aura you exude from your clothes and how you're expressing yourself. It speaks for you before you enter the room. So it gives off its own vibe of its own. So what does it say? So I'm seeing here people think that you are a very free spirit. People think that you are someone very peaceful, very loving. I'm seeing maybe people think that you are someone that loves the earth, that loves animals, that cares for human beings, that cares for the animals on the planet. You seem like someone that is very soft and flowy and like airy, kind of fairy, soft and flowy, like peaceful type of vibe is the kind of like aura your clothes and fashion style give off, even if you're not dressing in that way. Maybe it's your vibe or your aura with the high priestess. I think it just depends on the person watching this. And it kind of gives off this vibe of like peace. Like I love peace and I want to make peace everywhere. Like everyone love each other. You know what Spirit is showing me? Um, Enchanted, the movie, the first movie. I think it's called that. Let me just check. Oh, yes, it is. And, she's in the lawyer's office or like, there's two people getting divorced there, right? And somehow she brings them back in love with each other. So that's the kind of vibe you exude, even from this, like a very romantic kind of aura you give off in the way that your style speaks for you. Like this person that's so deeply connected to their heart. But there's also something here about people thinking you're a romantic, people thinking that you're someone very peaceful and loving, and that you just have this very soothing energy. Okay, I see people thinking that you are someone that has a very big heart, that you're maybe a sensitive soul, a very empathetic person. But there's also something here about me seeing a carnivorous flower, Venus flytrap, something like that, where it's like, you give her this vibe like, I'm kind, I'm sweet, I'm loving, but do not try to disrespect me, do not try to hurt me. Like, do not try to break my heart. And it's not like an anger energy. It's not like a do not F with me type of vibe. It's more so coming through as like, let's say someone said something to you really mean. They get that vibe, like if they were to say that from your fashion style, they get this vibe from you of like, oh, you really disappointed me. You really hurt me. Like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. That kind of soft energy where you express your feelings, but then it's like, I don't want to be around you anymore. Goodbye. Goodbye forever. Door locked, key thrown away. Never speak to you again because you just hurt my feelings. Like, it's giving me that vibe, and I think I resonate with this pile. I don't know, like, I'm just reading the energy, but I feel like I resonate with this pile. Like, you give off this very soft, sensitive, romantic, creative energy. Like, very flowy, very spiritual. Maybe people even get the vibe from you that you're just a sweetheart, that you're so kind, that you buy gifts for your friends, that you, like, for my woman here, like, hold your friends' hands, kiss your friends, tell them you love them. Like, you give me that wholesome vibe from your energy and from your style. That's a statement it makes. But also, like, you're not gonna be made a fool. You are empathetic and kind, but you're also not naive, is what people get from you. And it kind of gives me that vibe, like, if you were to say that to someone, they would start to reflect on their own actions. It's making me laugh. But you also give off that type of aura from your kind of clothes. Like your clothes give off an aura, your style gives off an aura of its own, an energy of its own that people see, a vibe of its own. It gives off this vibe of like, I'm someone that likes to meditate, do yoga, be free, be peaceful, maybe travel, like listen to music. I love music. I love to paint, do creative things. Like, that's kind of like the aura your style gives off. Like a very spiritual, free spirit, creative. Whether that's true or not, I'm seeing in your energy. And I feel like it gives off this vibe of like you being someone very fun, you being someone also like very loving, very fun in the way that you maybe have a close connection to your friends. Maybe you go out with your friends and you're all dressed up together, or maybe people just think that you have a strong friendship group based off the style of your clothing. Maybe also just your vibe, or maybe that's just an assumption they make. Like you have a very close knit circle of friends that you love, that are ride or die, that are loyal to you, and you're loyal to them. And it's like nothing can come between the two of you, or the three of you, four of you, five of you, six of you. The list goes on. But it's like that's the kind of vibe people get from you. Because with the hermit, people may think that you're a little bit more introverted, or you are comfortable with your alone time. That's what the statement of your fashion style makes. Like you're comfortable with being alone. Um, the vibe you give off is like a good listener, empathetic, intuitive, very kind, like likes your alone time, needs your alone time to recharge because you're so empathetic. You're like a sponge to other people's energy, and it can be draining. You may even give off that vibe of like a nurturing presence where people feel like they just want to come up to you and tell you their whole life story. And with the hermit here, I feel like you need your alone time to recharge. That's a statement your style gives off. And you need time and space for you time, for self-care. So you give off this vibe and aura from your kind of fashion style and statement that you make of like self-love, of like, I need me time, I need alone time. But then I think you don't necessarily have that social battery for those that are closest to your heart. Maybe even private, mysterious. That's the vibe I'm getting from the hermit. And like you really know yourself. You really understand yourself deeply. You've gone on an inner journey of finding the wisdom within, understanding yourself, knowing yourself deeply. And that's the kind of statement you make from your fashion style, where people think you really know yourself. You know what looks good on you, you know what works on you, you know what you feel comfortable in, you know what you feel confident in. And I feel like maybe people get that vibe from your fashion style and statement of like you being someone that maybe looks at research about like what clothing looks good on, like different body types, or something like, you know how there's like Kitchener essences or something like that, where like each person has a different essence, and a style like this would look good on them. I'm kind of getting that vibe from this hermit card. Like maybe some of you have even studied fashion or psychology or something like that. Like, or you give off this vibe like you're very smart, you know a lot. And you know yourself a lot, you know what you like, what you don't like. Even if you've never done any research in fashion or clothing or anything like that, it gives all this vibe of like, I know what I like, I know what looks good on me, I know what I feel comfortable in, I know what I don't like. And so I tailor my fashion style to that. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it also gives me this vibe like you can switch it up, you can mix and match, you can change the whole vibe, you can change the whole direction of where you're going with your fashion style and statement that you make. Like you can completely change the road and swerve to another road of the type of vibe or expression you want to give off with your style. So there's something about that coming through. Maybe some of you like to do your nails. Something like that's coming through, or your nails always look good. Even if you don't wear any nail polish or anything like that, something about your nails, your hands always looking good. Purses, accessories, things like that, even earrings. Everything you wear is cohesive to the outfit. And something about your face matching the outfits you wear. Like, it looks good with your face. It looks good with your body. Everything looks cohesive, balanced, and harmonic. There's also something about people really liking your body. Um, like I'm hearing Megan Thee Stallion. Is it her song? Body yaddy yaddy. That song. But your statement, like your style statement that it gives off is also like independent queen, independent king. Like you know how to be self-sufficient and do things for yourself. You know how to get things done. You seem like a very focused, intelligent, and smart person. Even when you speak with your words, like you seem very intelligent, smart, focused, dedicated to you and building up your life the way you want it to look. You look like a very ambitious person. That's just the kind of statement your style gives off. Your style may even make you look more luxurious and expensive or bougie, since we have the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Or maybe you wear certain types of jewelry that just add an extra touch of expensive looking or luxurious energy to your overall vibe of your outfits. But you also give off this vibe like, I can make money, but I'm not materialistic. I'm getting that vibe from you, like in terms of what people think of you based off this. The kind of statement your fashion style makes as well is like this type of vibe of like humbleness, but a silent confidence where you don't have to be the loudest in the room, you don't have to be the flashiest in the room, you don't have to brag. You're just at peace with yourself. Like someone next to you could be bragging about what they have, and you're just sitting there listening. Like, I'm getting that vibe from like how people are viewing you based off this, the kind of statement you make. And you just seem like a very fun, celebratory person. You seem like someone fun to talk to. You seem like someone very interesting, very intriguing. Like people want to know more about you and your life. That's the kind of vibe people get from your clothing and fashion style. And definitely that your body looks good, that you're very pretty. I feel like you have a Venusian type of essence to you in the way that you look, where you're very conventionally attractive to others. And you may even give off this glow or radiance to you in the way that you look. I feel like this pile is having like a natural beauty. But when you do get glammed up, like you look stylish. Like you look really stylish, pile number 2. You look really stylish in whatever you wear. Even if you wear casual clothes, you still pull it off and make it look stylish. And there's a lot of attraction people have towards you because of your style and because of the way you look, because of your vibe. A lot of people have attraction towards you because of those 3 things and think you're very fun to be around, want to be around you in your presence, be friends with you, like ask you out on dates. That's the type of vibe I get here. I'm getting boss babe energy. Like I'm going after my opportunities. I'm making moves in my life. I'm creating things in my own life, but not in a materialistic way, in a very humble way, like in terms of having gratitude for everything you have. Like you look like a very grateful person based off the type of fashion style clothing you wear. And there's also something about you lighting up inspiration within others as I look at these candles, where their light has been dimmed. Maybe they dimmed their own light, or other people has dimmed their light, or completely turned off their light, completely like that candle light, that passion for life, that inspiration, that hope for life. It's like completely gone, but you're able to relight their passion for life and inspiration and hope. And I think it has to do with your energy too. And I feel like you mirror things back to people like pile 1, where like let's say someone is jealous of you for no reason. Whenever you're kind to them, like when speaking to them, somehow, it makes them self-reflect. Like your kind of aura, not just your clothes, makes people self-reflect, makes people look within, try to understand themselves better, create a change within them. I think your style creates change in people with the Six of Swords, where let's say someone looks at you and all of a sudden they get triggered because you look so free. And then they start to ask themselves, where do I not feel free? Where I'm triggered that this person looks free, they look happy, they're smiling. Do you get what I mean? That's the type of vibe I get here. And with the Five of Pentacles, I'm hearing that song. I'm trying to think what it's called. Oh, it kind of reminds me of Cheap Thrills by Sia, where she's like, she doesn't need any money to have fun or things like that. Like from this Five of Pentacles, I get the type of vibe from your fashion style. The statement it makes is like, I don't necessarily need a lot of money to look good in my clothes. Like I can buy something that is extremely cheap and make it look good. Make it look even expensive looking. Or maybe even not, but just make it look stylish. And you give off this vibe of like a very emotionally balanced person, a very perceptive person, very focused. This type of vibe of like, I'm stylish, I know it, but I'm still humble. Very enchanting, very dreamy, very romantic. Where it almost feels like people want to keep staring and they're sort of like under your spell. We have the World with turquoise, the Sun with citrine. So you look like a very happy-go-lucky, free person. You look like you're a lot of fun to be around. You look like a very positive and optimistic person. That's a statement your fashion style makes. We have the Ten of Cups with rose quartz. You kind of make people want to fall in love with you, either in a platonic way or in a romantic way with the Ten of Cups. And you just look like a very romantic, loving person. We have the Star with Moldavite. So again, you inspire people. You shine bright, pile 2. And you give off that statement of, I shine bright and I'm not going to dim my light to fit in or to be liked by others or anything like that. Authenticness too. Okay, we have the Seas of Mintaka with seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. You also give off that statement from your fashion style where like people see the potential in you. People see how much you shine, how much light you exude, how much you inspire others. And then it's like they start to maybe like see that outfit you're wearing and wonder, oh my gosh, I wonder like if pile 2 is so good at, you know, making their style look good on them now, imagine where they'll be in a few years when they learn even more about themselves and like what they like. And the Seas of Mintaka, again, a very loving, deep person. There's more to you than meets the eye. That's what people think of you based off the statement you make from your fashion style. We have the Blue Flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So you awaken people, you activate love within them with your energy and with your, I feel it's your energy because you're so in touch with your heart. But you also activate an inspiration within them, rekindle their light that has been extinguished. So we have baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. And I feel like this is like the seeing potential where people notice how your fashion style grows over time. Even with the roots here, like as you age, as you grow each year, you gain more knowledge, you gain more wisdom, you understand yourself better, you realize what you like, what you don't like. And so your fashion style metamorphoses, changes, grows. Like, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I'm seeing that it improves as you go along. And with follow your intuition before it makes sense, your intuition could tell you to wear something. And then another person may try to wear that, but maybe it doesn't look good on them, or they never thought of wearing that like that. But then you wear it like that because your intuition tells you to do so. And then it looks really good on you. And then people are like, oh my gosh, they're so smart. Like, I never thought of wearing it like that. I'm getting that vibe. And we have double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So you inspire the world by just being you. That's beautiful. Okay, let's get some more oracle cards. So, what statement does their fashion style make? Mystery, contemplation, innocence, dreaming. Yeah, so you have this very innocent, dreamy, playful type of vibe. And you are recognized by others. Like, people recognize you based off your fashion style and like, ooh, I really like that. And people think that you're someone that's a deep thinker. You have a depth to you where they think that the conversations with you would be so interesting, and you're so mysterious that it creates an intrigue. Like, ooh, I wonder who that person is. I'm noticing breaking free, ask for help is coming out. I'm trying to figure out what this means. Okay, so Spirit is showing me like someone asking for an opinion, like from their friend, like, should I wear this or this? And there's something about, like, I don't know what this is, but people may kind of think based off your fashion style, like, you don't need to ask anyone's opinion on something. You trust your own inner knowing. You trust your own intuition. Because sometimes I've had certain times where, like, I want to wear something and I'm not sure of myself, and then I ask another person, and then they pick the option I don't like, and then I feel, like, really bad wearing the option they don't like. And then it's like, did I need them to validate me, or did I need them to really pick something? But there's nothing wrong with asking for people's opinions on things if you're really not sure what you want to wear. But like, I'm getting that vibe of like what people think of you based off the fashion statement you make. Like, I kind of make my own decisions. I'm independent in that way. That's kind of what people get from you. So I was drawn to using this for you. And I think we're going to end off here. So we have the moon at the back of the deck, the depth, the emotional intelligence is coming through. You know, you give off this very lunar vibe, very dreamy vibe, very celestial vibe. Okay? Cosmic, I want to say. We have the Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands, Page of Fire, Page of Wands, Ten of Water, Ten of Cups, and Messenger of Air. So again, there's a sense of flowiness, free-spiritedness. As I look at her, it kind of looks like she has bird feathers around her. And birds always remind me of freedom, but also seeing things from a higher perspective. So that's like the kind of statement you make from your fashion style. And you look like a very happy, loving, peaceful person, as we said before, but you're also highly magnetic and sexy with the Queen of Wands. Like, although you give off that depth, you also have a sexiness to you that you exude, an inspiration that you bring to others. And I think with the Page of Wands, Queen of Wands, people have seen you grow over time, as we said before, where maybe they, like people that have known you in the past since childhood, or since you were a teenager, or since you were a really young adult, or whatever age you resonate with, they've seen how your style has grown over time and has become more unique to you, more tailored to you. And so I see people really feeling inspired by that. And also seeing that you haven't lost that kind of childlike wonder when it comes to creativity. So, you know, like, I think a lot of adults get stuck in that thing of like routine and, you know, not thinking outside of the box, but you give off that vibe of like a childhood wonder. Like, you still have that childhood magic with you in adulthood or in late teenager years, depending on how old you are watching this. But it's like, You haven't lost that wonder for life, that creative spark and creative passion of thinking outside of the box, and like I'm seeing coloring outside of the lines, being expressive, being creative. That's what I see from like the statement you make from your style. So I really hope this reading resonated with you, pile 2. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal in the Page of Pentacles from the Light Seers Tarot, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what statement does your style make? So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I'd just like to announce I am available for personal readings. So if you'd like to book, you can find my email in the description box below. So the Page of Pentacles is the card you chose. That was what it looks like upright. Close up. You already have cards popping. I love that. So we have the Knight of Swords. Spirit's telling me not to use reversals. 6 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. I love that. Your cards just popping out. Ace of Wands. 8 of Wands. The Devil. Okay, I'm noticing the Star as well. The 8 of Cups. I feel like that belongs here. What statement does their style make for pile 3? 10 of Pentacles. I feel like people think you smell really good. 2 of Pentacles. We have Judgment. And at the back of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. But before we get into that, I do have a small favor to ask from you. In the last 3 months, 60% of people who watch my channel didn't subscribe. So if you've ever liked any of the videos I've posted and you like this reading up until now, can you please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps my channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, the more content I can put out and create for you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your love, all your support, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your reading. Okay, so firstly, there is a lot of sexiness you exude from your style and from, you know, just like the kind of vibe you give off. And I don't think it's just your style. I think you are sexy in general, but your style also adds the sexiness to you, even if you don't dress in a way where you're showing a lot of skin. Some of you do, and you look very sexy, whereas some of you dress more modestly, but I think you have a sexy face, you have sexy hair, you just have a vibe that has a sexiness to it. Even if you try to not look sexy, you will still look sexy. So I'm getting that vibe with the Ace of Wands and the Devil of a lot of seduction here, a lot of people being attracted to you with the 2 of Cups. Even when you try to hide yourself, or even if you don't try to hide yourself, but even if you're just like not trying to stand out, you know, you'll still get noticed in some way. You'll still have people be very attracted to you. Like I'm seeing someone almost like, damn, like who's that person over there? I want to ask for their number. Whether they actually do or not, like I feel like you're still recognized in some way. Okay, and for some reason, I'm hearing the song Yes and by Ariana Grande. And I'm not even going to get into the controversies behind that because I know what like the song's about. You know, her being someone that stole another married woman's man with a baby. Yes, like I know that. But then like I'm hearing that song in the reading. And I'm seeing this other YouTuber. She makes shorts that are really funny. But she also makes shorts where she acts. Let me just try find her account, her name. Okay, so her name is Mr. Spicy Gremlin. And she makes like these acting videos, right? And like she acts to a song or to a sound, like a kind of skit, I guess I want to say. And there was one she made with that song where like someone was making fun of her and she was like, yes, and say that shit with your chest. So there's something here about you giving off this unapologetic statement with the way you look. And I'm not saying anyone's making fun of you, but I do pick up on some jealousy here, like some mean girl energy. Like I'm clairvoyantly seeing mean girls when I look at this devil card. And with the Eight of Cups, like you're ready to walk away from anyone that comes to you and tries to be rude to you for no reason or just act standoffish towards you for no reason. But usually it's because of jealousy, because they're intimidated by you, because I get this vibe from you, like you give off the statement of unapologetic confidence in yourself where you do not give a F about other people's opinions or what other people have to say. You're just being you in the world, being your authentic self. And anyways, like I feel that energy of the house bunny. I think it's a movie, The House Bunny. I'm seeing a lot of clairvoyant things for you, pile 3. So maybe you bring up visuals in people when they look at your outfits, like visual stimulants, if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to say here is she has a car in that movie and she's on the license plate. It says like, I don't like mean people or something like that. So there's something here about you not even wanting to be around people like that anyways. And I feel like a lot of the times people are jealous of you because you are so sexy, because you do attract a lot of attention to you, even when you're not dressed up, even when you're just dressed in a casual way. Like Spirit is showing me Miley Cyrus. I think it was in Hannah Montana when she wore that kind of like swan outfit. And I kept seeing swans in the beginning of your reading, like black swan or someone wearing like white swan clothes and dancing. So something about swans is coming up heavy in your reading, but like I don't know if any of you watched that episode or if it was like something she wore as Miley Cyrus. I can't remember. But then people were criticizing that outfit. But it's like I feel like with you, and when I look at her, people would still like her, even if she wore something so completely out there. And then Spirit is also showing me, I think it was Rihanna, where she wore that dress that had like pizza at the bottom, but it looked so glamorous. Like it was such a creative idea. So I'm kind of getting this vibe from you, like, you give off this kind of statement of creativity, of self-expression, where you think outside of the box. You're very eclectic, I want to say, in the way that you look, in the kind of like statement you're making towards your fashion. And even if it's a completely like out there idea where like not many people can pull that off, you're still able to pull that off. So you give me that type of vibe of like thinking outside of the box. Spirit is showing me Tyler, the Creator, and how he dresses. Like he has that uniqueness to him where he likes expressing himself. And that's something I like about him and his music. So you give off that very unique vibe, like I'm expressing myself. Spirit is even showing me brats when they're on that road trip and they're like, express yourself. So I don't know, like you give me that vibe. And since I'm seeing a lot of movies and visual clairvoyant things, like you are giving off a lot of visuals in the way that you look, where a lot of people want to stare. Maybe some of you dress in a very colorful way or in a very creative way, where you show some kind of creative spark with the way that you dress, where you think outside of the box. Whereas maybe some of you dress in a way that's more casual, that's more comfortable, but still stylish, chic, elegant. Maybe not elegant for all of you. Because like I'm looking at this Two of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, and I'm getting this vibe of like someone that looks very cool and stylish and chic, like with whatever they wear, even if they wear something more casual and comfortable. So for some of you, maybe you don't delve into the creativity, but maybe you're someone that gives off this statement and vibe from your fashion style of like, I like to be comfortable and, just walk around and be comfortable, but I'm also going to look stylish while looking comfortable. So I get that vibe, and I get the vibe from you, like, younger people look up to you. Younger people look at you when you're walking past them and are like, oh, I want to dress like them when I'm older, or oh, that person's so cool. Like, I want to be like them. Like, I'm clairvoyantly seeing that. And I'm seeing you are the star, pile 3. You shine bright in your own way. And even if you are not dressing up like, because I feel like this pile, maybe sometimes you dress more casually, more comfortable, and then sometimes like when you really go all out, like it's extravagant. But like even when you're not fully dressed up or not wearing makeup, like I feel like this pile has a natural beauty where you're still sexy without makeup. Um, it's like when you do get glammed up and when you do go all out and go all extravagant, it's like you shine even more. And it's like something where people wait to see that. Wait to see what you have to express there. Cuz Spirit is showing me, in the 90s, 2000s, when celebrities would wear casual, comfortable clothes, but they'd still look stylish, but then maybe they go to a red carpet and they look extravagant. Like, Spirit is showing me that vibe where you give off this kind of statement of friendly, down to earth, stylish, comfortable, um, yet at the same time, stylish in capital letters, yet at the same time, you're noticed by others. You still look cool, you still look good. And then people kind of have an intrigue towards you and want to get to know you, wonder who you are, wonder what you're like as a person, want to give you their time and attention. Maybe even want to ask you out on a date, like think you're very attractive to them. And then I think people start to wonder about you, start to get curious towards you, like what type of a person you are, like what you eat in a day. Because there's also something about your body looking good. Like if you exercise, if you gym, that kind of statement you give off from the way that you looks very healthy, or your body looks very good, where they're wondering, like, what do you do in a day? Where they're wondering, like, what do you do for work? What type of music do you listen to? What type of art do you like? What type of movies do you watch? What types of things do you like to do in your free time? So people start to ask questions about you. Your fashion statement gives out this type of vibe where it makes people ask questions. It makes people intrigued. So I definitely feel that energy here. And with the Ace of Wands, a lot of sexiness, a lot of creativity. People may actually think you're just very creative. Like I'm even seeing some here that do their own nails or get their nails done and it looks so good. Or like, let's say you do your own makeup, it looks very good, it looks very creative, but then maybe you're still wearing something that is a little bit more comfortable and easy going, where people think you're still down to earth and approachable and the girl next door, boy next door type of vibe, but still very stylish, as I said before, still very sexy. Like where they want to look at your makeup or they want to look at your hair. Like I'm even seeing some here that like to do their hair in different hairstyles, or people just really like your hair, the way your hair looks. I know we're doing a reading about your style, but I'm getting people look at everything about you, not just your style. People are very attracted to your face, to your hair, to your body, to the way that you look. And I'm picking up even when you go to the gym or like things like that, you still look very good. Like you can pull off any outfit, pile 3. Literally anything. And like I said, you give me that swan energy. So people think that you are very elegant. Like, yes, elegant. The statement you make is elegant. I want to say talented, gifted, mesmerizing, dreamy. Like your pile is making me think. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. Like, I have to think about what I'm seeing here. You know, when you see a piece of art or poetry and it makes you think where you have to read between the lines. I feel like your fashion statement gives that vibe. Like, I need to think about it. Like, think about it and put it in pile 3 shoes and like, why did they choose that outfit with that? And really question it. Because you give me this vibe like you focus on detail, you're detail orientated. Like, that's a statement you give off from your style, detail orientated, yet comfy, yet at the same time stylish. I know I sound like a broken record, but that's what I keep seeing. That's the emphasis Spirit is making here. And then it's like people really want to like read between the lines and wonder, why did they choose to wear that shoes with that pants? Like, it looks so cool, but like, what was going on in their mind that made them make that decision? Because I would have never thought of that. That's so creative. Like, I would have never thought of that. It looks like you put a lot of time and effort towards your look. Even when it's a little bit more simple, it's like I'm hearing less is more for this pile. But when you do get glammed up, like, you go all out. You shock people, like, with your fashion style. But in a good way. I feel like a lot of people admire you, are inspired by your fashion style, want to be around you, even want to form friendships to you, where they're like, oh my gosh, that person looks so cool. Like, I love to be their friend. You know, you even give off this very free-spirited vibe, but very grounded and down to earth at the same time, and very approachable and kind, but maybe even a little bit mischievous, like in a good way. You know, you give all that type of vibe, like you could be very funny and make lots of jokes and make people laugh. You give off that vibe from your fashion statement of being extremely talented at different things. Like, you're not even, like, it's giving you this vibe of like you haven't even done something your whole life, and then you do it in one day and you can completely make a talent out of it. Like, that's the vibe you give off to people from your fashion statement. Like, I can pick up a pen and just start writing, even though I've never written anything in my whole life, and write a masterpiece of poetry. I don't know if there's actual masterpieces, but you get what I mean. And I feel like that's kind of like what people get from you based off the statement you make. You may even make the statement from your clothing, from your style, like you're very friendly and outgoing and balanced, stable, very chilled, very grounded, very laid back. Like, maybe that you even like animals or pets. Like, I think people look at you and they think that you'd be that type of person to pet someone's pets or something and say they're so cute. Or like children and love playfulness, you know, like playing with children, being very family orientated or being very playful around people, being someone that could maybe break the ice when everybody's awkward and uncomfortable. You even give out that vibe like creative in the way of dancing, singing, trying out different things, thinking outside of the box, creative ideas in your workspace. I feel like people think you have a very open mind, that you're very smart and intelligent, but at the same time very humble. And you spark interest and you spark like people's attention whenever you're out in public, where people recognize you, where people want to look at you, where people think that you inspire others through your fashion style, but also create jealousy within others with the devil, because the star is opposite the devil. So it's like you shine so bright that people may sometimes get jealous of you, or people may think you have a lot of people being jealous of you because of how attractive you are looking, but that you couldn't care less. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards now in a minute. But Spirit is like telling me to look at these cards that were popping out. We have Justice, the Ten of Wands, the Sun. So you look like a very honest person from your face, from your style. You exude a sense of honesty. You look like you're being true to yourself, authentic to yourself. And that's something people really like about you. Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Moon. So not only are you someone that's perceived to like be your true self in some way, but also there's something about you making a statement through your fashion style where it looks like you are putting your own essence through your clothes. Does that make sense? Where nobody can exactly replicate it. You're the OG, you're the original. Where even if people try to replicate it, they can't because it's very you. It looks like you put a lot of thought into it, attention to detail. It looks like you can switch things up, change things up. Knight of Cups. It looks like you're very smart and intelligent. But you also seem like a very, very busy person. You seem like you're always busy with something, focusing on something. And when you're not, you're giving time to you to chill and be laid back. But you seem like a very energetic, fun person. Fun, outgoing, like people really see that in you. And people think there's more to you than meets the eye. You have a lot of depth to you. And, when you choose certain outfits, maybe there's a deeper meaning behind that. Like, I'm even seeing someone, for example, get tattoos, and there's like a deeper meaning behind the tattoo, and then they wear something that really shows off that tattoo. You know what I mean? That's like an example of the energy. Or someone here that buys a certain type of clothes and has reasons why they're buying it, like 10 different reasons on why they're buying it. Or someone that buys something like a specific outfit because you want to give off a specific vibe with the moon or be seen a certain way. And with the Ten of Swords, I kind of get this vibe from you of, since it's over the Ace of Wands, creative expression where you're not afraid to fall or fail. So it's giving me this vibe of like, I'm thinking outside of the box where I'm not afraid to fall or fail. Not saying you have, but that's the vibe you're kind of giving off. Because that's the thing about creativity. Like, even if we create a song, we have to accept the fact that we can, quote unquote, fail. But there is no such thing as failure, because when we make a mistake somewhere, or we don't do something the way we maybe thought out in our mind, or it doesn't give off the same like kind of weight that we expected it to give, then we learn from it. Then we understand like, oh, okay, I see. It's kind of giving this vibe like, buying an outfit online and then like seeing, okay, like this color doesn't really match me. Doesn't really like look as good as me as I thought it would. So I'm going to give it to a friend, which I think it will look good on. And then I'm going to learn from that and realize, okay, these colors look really good on me. So now I'm going to wear more of these colors because I can pull them off. So it's giving me that vibe. Because I feel like you look like you know what colors you pull off. You look like you have knowledge on what looks good on you, what you feel good in, what accentuates your body, what accentuates your skin tone, things like that. That's what I'm really getting here. Because when people look at you, it looks like your clothes fit in all the right places. It looks like there's attention to detail. It looks like everything you wear, you pull off in a very good way. So that's kind of like the assumptions people make based off that. And again, a lot of romance energy here. Lovers, Knight of Cups. People are very attracted to you. Some of you could have even gone to school and learned fashion, or have friends where like you all choose your outfits together with the Three of Pentacles at the back of the deck. I'm kind of getting that vibe. Let's get out your oracle cards. So, Spirit Guides of Pile 3. We have Messenger, serious energy bringing harmony and balance. I'm sorry, defensiveness, riding past wrongs and uprooting. deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency make your life a moving prayer. And child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. So I'm kind of getting here with Messenger, your style gives off a message of its own. And like with sorry here, I'm hearing sorry, not sorry. Like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to express myself the way I want. Whether you like it or not, I'm unapologetically me. Whether you're jealous of me because I shine, like, I'm unapologetically me. So it's like, sorry, not sorry. It gives all the sense of sassiness in the way that you look. Like, I'm seeing someone say, sorry, not sorry. And then, like, be sassy. I think people also want to talk to you and like get to know you based off your fashion style. People also think that you're a very loving person. And I think you have a very big heart. As I look into your energy, I see that you have the divine gift of love, pile 3. And because of that, you may have a very healing energy where it brings out people's, I almost want to say garbage. Like, Spirit is also showing me, like, okay, let's say someone's energy field, we're using this as a metaphor, and they haven't cleansed their energy field. There's so much things that have built up there, and they're showing me like a trash can, right? This sounds gross, but that's what I'm seeing. And now here you are cleaning out that trash can, and all of a sudden a rat jumps out. Like, this is funny what Spirit's showing me. And sometimes, like, people project onto you. And that's that rat, like, where your energy is so healing that sometimes people, like, their things come out because you're healing their energy. And then their insecurities come out. The things about them that are more subconscious, the sides of them they don't show, the shadow sides come out. And then they project onto you, and then it kind of feels like it's wounding your solar plexus, which is where we get our self-worth, where we feel good about ourselves, where we know our worth. Because even when I was talking, I felt really bad about saying, like, okay, like, let's say someone judges you for doing this, or I felt really bad for saying, okay, like, some people are jealous of you because of this. I felt bad for saying that, but because I know, like, you're such a loving person that you wouldn't want people to feel that way. But it's like, because your energy is so healing, you sometimes bring that out of people, their shadow side, to bring healing to it, to bring awareness to it in them. And so the people that are jealous of you, they eventually feel sorry, regretful, because you didn't deserve that. Or like the people that are kind of standoffish to you for no reason, treat you negatively for no reason because you shine so bright, then they start to feel bad later for either things they said or like how they were acting towards you, like the message they were giving off. And I think here, like, the message is to not let it affect your self-worth, to not take it personal. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel for you there's something about shining brighter than ever. I'm almost seeing someone take those fluffy things we clean with around their solar plexus, not literally, but metaphorically, and clean away everything people have said to us that came from a place of jealousy. So, like, let's say you are someone that has always been someone that shined and always been someone that got attention, even when you didn't try to. And, like, maybe some of you actually do dress down because of that. Then I'm going to say, take away everything people have said to you. Like, put that in the trash because that does not belong to you. That's their own projections. And shine bright because you deserve to shine brighter than ever. And I'm seeing Dragon Ball Z when they become even more powerful after being hurt. They level up, and you're taking all of that hurt and pain, throwing it away in the trash, because that does not belong to you. And I think that's why I heard yes and, because in the song she says something like, what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine. And I know like that song could be a good song if it was about projections and all of that, but she literally did something wrong. But anyways, we're not talking about that. But I think that's why that song came up in the beginning of the reading. Because I think a lot of people kind of project onto you. And I think the message here is to not let it hurt you, to not let it affect you, because you're meant to shine brighter than ever. Listen to the song Orange Moon by Erykah Badu. I'm hearing that song. And I think this here with Cracked Open, like I feel like crying as I'm in this energy. I feel like people have been really mean to you, Pile 3. And I feel like giving you a big hug because you don't deserve that. And I think I felt some of the energy while I was in the reading. So the message here is you shine brighter than ever. Please don't let anyone ever dim your light, ever make you feel bad about yourself. The only reason they're doing that is because they're intimidated by you, because they're jealous of you. I didn't mean for this to turn into advice, but that's the message that came through from your spirit guides. So I really hope this reading resonated with you, Pile 3. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!